stuff like that. But in the recent last 1 year, 1.5 years, we are seeing quite a dramatic shift in terms of usage patterns. People have shifted from using their mobile phones to listen to ringtones to instead, checking their Facebook accounts and doing stuff on their emails and chatting also incidentally. So all these things, point out that mobile is no longer, what do we say, I'll rather not call it a mobile, rather I'll call it an evolution towards a connected device, a device which is always connected, always on into the internet, and you can use it in many ways. So that's my take.
Thanks. So we move on to the next slide, and this is a interesting statistic about the fact that in a country like India, where the bicycle was considered the most highest sold consumer durable in the last just in within 10 years of its existence, the mobile phone has overtaken the bicycle. Just show It's just a simple indication of how widespread the application, the this whole mobile phenomena has reached in India.
Kaushik, if I can add
Sure.
on to one interesting statistics, the market, there are perhaps in the next 2-3 years, there will be more mobile phones in India rather than toothbrushes.
Okay. Yeah, that's another one. So yeah, so this is another slide which shows the so it basically shows the number of years that various electronic devices and the print medium has taken to reach a base of 50 million, and you see that within 10 years of its existence, the mobile phone has been able to do that. So this again is an indication of the growth of the mobile phone in India. This is a very well-known fact, and perhaps the reason behind this whole excitement within the mobile phone category and the ecosystem is the fact that number of mobile phones in the world today are far more than the web connections, the PCs, the credit cards, the so TVs, etc. So that's this has led to a lot of people trying to think how this wide base can be leveraged for marketing. Yeah, a lot of buzzwords there in the next slide, but basically the point here is that these are the things which advertisers typically tend to look for, when it comes to mass marketing, and we'll touch upon a few of those in the next few slides as to how the mobile helps advertisers to do that. Yeah, so let's kind of dwell on this slide a bit more. It shows the three. It basically, the slide compares mobile advertising to traditional advertising and web advertising, and you'll see that apart from being doing everything that the web advertising helps you to do, it's also location based and allows you to target in a manner which perhaps the web doesn't allow you to do. And I'll actually ask Saugata, how is it that mobile advertising is considered more targeted and sometimes people say more interactive also. What's your take on that than the web advertising?
See, for mobile advertising, the take on it is it is more targeted definitely because you have the person's mobile number, therefore you have his demographics, presumably, because the carrier will always have the basic demographics of how much his billing pattern, how much he's doing, where he stays, everything. Second is location is another very important thing. The entire location based advertising is evolving because of mobiles, which is not possible on the internet because you are static there. Third is that if you compare it with the website as versus a mobile site, the most important aspect of is you catch the consumer on the go, which is not possible if you're sitting in an office or someplace else with a laptop or a desktop. You just cannot take it anywhere, and interactivity is very high. Now if you take for example for example, I'll give you one of these sites called foursquare.com. This is a new startup started about a couple of years back, 2008 I think, in US. These guys have bought in a sort of a social gaming aspect on the location. Now the idea is that you check in any location. I mean, it's a restaurant kind of thing. So suppose you go to a restaurant in your locality very often, and you check into that, you create an account and check into that, and you go often enough, then you become a mayor of that place, and your friends can see you where you are, and they want to try out that. Now when they started, they did not have any monetization model as such, but currently what the situation is that because it has become phenomenal in usage and is growing like crazy, what has happened is that all these local players in the market, restaurant guys or other shopping malls or whatever, these guys are now offering the mayors passes, or you come down once a week and I'll give you a free meal and all that stuff. So these typically, allow you to segment in manners which was not thought before, and this is where it is different from the internet.
Since we are at this point, is this application popular in India? I mean, is it growing?
India, they are yet to launch. No, India, they have launched Foursquare, but they have not really picked up as of now. But I'm
Okay.
sure. I mean, they have just launched about. They started their European operations about 6 months back. So they rolled it around about 50 cities. Bombay is one of them.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, and from the 3 or 4 points which Saugata mentioned about why mobile is so attractive, I think the biggest thing would be that it's something which you don't forget to carry along with you, which is it's constantly wherever you are, you have it with you, and we'll come to some examples of how this has been really leveraged by marketeers. So yeah, let's go and study the mobile marketing ecosystem. It's it's actually not uh, understood by a lot of people, but I hope you can. I don't think the text on this slide is very clear, but I like Sogata to just take us through the four main the four main parts of the mobile ecosystem.
See, the four main parts of it would be the carrier on whose network the consumer is riding. So that is the one part of it. Second would be the entertainment aspect, the aggregators. Now these are the guys who aggregate content, who aggregate a lot of services which they offer, and all that. Advertising being a part of that. And third is, can I make it slightly bigger?
Yeah, so product and services, applications,
Right.
operators,
And
I think this is okay.
right. Okay, this is a much better. See, you got the content guys, you got the content publishers, aggregators, then you got the operators, and then finally you reach the end user. Now, in the entire scheme of things, all the guys are important, but I would stress the most important guys currently would be the operator in terms of if you want to do any transactions on them. It generally has to be through the mobile carrier because they own the billing relationship. If you want to do into advertising, then of course an off deck is as good as an on deck, so it really doesn't matter. Content creators, owners are the guys who own the IPs to various content. So it can be a production house like Dharma, it can be a media house like an NDTV, it can be